Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. Last episode was... I'm just gonna say it, it was a bit of a clusterfuck, but fortunately for you, I cut out most of it. I cut out genuinely almost an hour and 20 minutes of me fighting Hydronox over and over again. I did learn a few things though, especially looking back over the footage. I learned that with our build, it's really not suited to the Hydronox fight at all, but if we were to fight Hydronox again with our build, really, we need to get going immediately, in the sense that we need to cast reincarnation on our Dread White first opportunity we get. Second opportunity we get, we need to cast Archangel's Blessing to gain some of that health back. Because the problem was that Hydronox was killing our party members over and over again before they could even begin the process of slowly building up their health. And if it's one of those things where if it even slightly goes wrong, then you'll never catch up, because the enemy will always be going ahead of you, and you won't have enough creatures left to make up the shortfall. You will always be on the back foot. And one big mistake I was making was I kept taking that thing where you start the battle with random debuffs, which ostensibly gives you more of a reward for beating the boss, but in this case we were wasting our opening turns casting spells to get rid of our debuffs instead of actually doing the things we needed to do to get strong in the fight. So that's another lesson I learned. If I fight him again, don't take anything that'll cause you to waste your first few turns, because you've got to just hit the ground running in this fight. Other than that, I don't anticipate fighting this guy again for a long time. My strategy with the false gods, I guess I haven't explicitly said this, but I might as well make it clear, is that I want to fight them all at least once, ideally beat them at least once, ideally beat them on high realm instability, get a proper reward. But if not, I would nonetheless like to at least see how the fight goes. And then after we fight all of them, we'll see which ones are, favorable targets for us. And with that in mind, let's carry on making some progress. We've got a bunch of things to do in this episode. We don't have our next false god fight for quite a while. We'll have another boss fight in the interim, but those generally have seemed to be easier than the false god fights we've seen so far. Before we do that though, I am going to make a couple of changes to my build. I'm going to summon a couple things. So I am going to make big changes to creature number 1, creature number 3, and creature number 4. So I need to summon a... I made a list. So I need to summon a mutated vampire bat, an obscene blight, and an onyx carbuncle. Mutated vampire bat. We have one ready. You can see why this is going to be... you can see why this is going to be important. After an ally attacks, your creatures recover health equal to 25% of the damage dealt. Could be pretty important. In fact, definitely is going to be pretty important, because usually we'll be doing hefty amounts of damage. So I'm gonna get one of those. I also will need an obscene blight and an onyx carbuncle. Obscene blight. is, well, the Onyx Carbuncle is right there. If your creatures have cast a total of 12 or more spells in the current battle, your creatures are immune to debuffs. I really hope this doesn't turn out to be one of those things where the game decides that it's going to stop working in boss battles. Because if this works, as stated, will make boss battles a lot more manageable, because we lost so much time just playing catch-up, dealing with debuffs, so I would like that creature as well. Next, we needed an Obscene Blight, and I think this one's gonna be... where am I going? Did I just go past it, or... Where are you? Where? There you are, Obscene Blight. After this creature attacks, it afflicts the target with Blind and Confused. This one's going to be a fun one. I'm going to now do some fusions. I think this is the first time we're looking at fusions in this episode. We'll start out by combining my Centaur Duelist, the only member of my party who is currently unfused. Combining you with the Obscene Blight. Because you get Fury Swipes, you're going to be attacking random targets. It's going to be potentially very good for us if we can confuse the enemy. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's pick, this color palette looks pretty sick actually. Let's go for that. I mean, it looked very similar to how he already looked, but a bit more gray highlights, which I think look quite nice. Next, we're going to have to create 2 entirely new creatures. For that, we're going to have to summon another Nadine Rift Dancer and another Ebony Ent. So let's go ahead and do that. Nadine Rift Dancer is ready. And another Ebony Ent. Let's just go and do it. And then we'll have the very tedious process of unequipping the artifacts and spell gems, reassigning their strategies and macros. But that's a one-time thing, and hopefully this new loadout will do some good stuff for us. Okay. So far, so good. Now we have to do some fusions. Fuse the Ebony Ent. So who are we going to fuse with what? Fuse the Ebony Ent with the Onyx Carbuncle. How about that? Or do we fuse it with the mutated Vampire Bat? No. We fuse the Ebony Ent with the mutated Vampire Bat. I think this is how we do this. After an ally attacks, your creatures recover health. Let's just go ahead and do that. Pick this one. Seems reasonable. And this one is in the menagerie for now. Finally, we're going to fuse the Nadine Rift Dancer with the Onyx Carbuncle. And out of these, I like that one the most. Okay. It's gonna change the colors slightly, which is gonna annoy me a little bit because I genuinely put a lot of effort into, you know, the color coordination, but you know what? It's gotta happen. So the other problem is you also have so many spell gems. Reincarnation, Major Resurrection, Blistering Radiance. Oh, this is one thing I forgot to mention. This is a slight change to the build that I made while I was trying and failing to beat Hydronox. I got Blistering Radiance, and I gave somebody else... Yeah, I gave you Magic Suppression. So basically a way to either inflict Scorned or Silenced onto enemies as a way to either stop them from casting or attacking. But it seemed like that just simply was not working at all against the boss, because their attacks were just happening willy-nilly. At least that's what it seemed like. So, I'm going to have to take a screenshot. You know what, let me just take a picture with my phone. It's easier. Okay, take a picture of this collection of things, and this I can remember easily. You already... You lost your... Like, why did you lose your... oh, you lost your gems because you are now a different type of creature altogether. Oh, you are now a chaos creature. I've messed up badly. Actually, no, it'll be fine, because we can just... What were the important spells for you? It was Arbitration, really. Other than that, like Snowstorm, Glacier, we were not getting great use out of that. So, what we need to craft... Let's do this first. Let's craft a Chaos version. Well, Arbitration is already a Chaos spell, so this is great. Oh, you know what? I blundered into a good decision, because this means Arbitration can now, when equipped on the new Centaur Duelist, not waste one of its slots changing it to the nature type, but instead we can well, we can give it more charges. Chance to cast twice is useless. Generous is very important. And beyond that, honestly, more charges. More charges. And you know what? Chance to attack after attacking, defending, healing, or provoking. Because let's do X% chance to cast after healing. 19%, okay. My reasoning is I want a way to be able to cast that spell without using my action to do it. And this might be a way to accomplish that. Next, we need to unequip your artifact. You have the boots, you have the sword. The two gold artifacts, I can remember that. The boots and the sword. Unequip that. Unequip that. Oh, and you lost your spell gems because I unequipped your artifact. So unequip that. Equip this. Unequip that. Now we have to do some more shifting around. We will deposit our Rift Dancer. What have I done? I deposited my Animatus. I'm ruining everything, but it's okay. We need to deposit the Ebony Ent. We need to withdraw the new Ebony Ent and the new Rift Dancer. Okay, And what does everyone look like? It looks fine. A little bit yellow at the front, but it'll be fine. I'll manage. I'll live with it. I'm not going to... like this. Okay. I'm not going to be that upset that my color scheme got slightly messed up. It still looks fine. There's enough red in there that I'm somewhat happy with it. Okay, next we have to equip our artifacts. So the boots will go on you. The goad sword. The goad sword will go on you. And now we've got to equip some spell gems. Items. Spell gems. Now this is where the list that I made is going to be important. Not that I made, the lazy picture that I took on my phone. So reincarnation, major... Okay. This is a bit of a problem. Because you are now a sorcery type creature. So we will need sorcery versions of reincarnation. In fact, we'll need sorcery versions of all of these spells. So let's go ahead and do exactly that. So craft another. Do we have one? Just do we have a spare one lying around? We do have a sorcery reincarnation, but someone else already has it equipped. We'll just make a new one. So let's go to life. Reincarnation. Major resurrection as well. We need that. Blistering radiance. That's light, I think. Yeah. The rest of them, false beliefs, finger of death, steel storm. Not really. I'm not convinced that we need them. So let's instead fix up these spells. We're gonna have to start out by doing a class swap to sorcery. On Blistering Radiance. We'll do a class swap sorcery. What else do we want to do? More charges, that's less relevant because we have that anointment that gives us extra charges. So instead, generous and increased duration sounds good to me. Next, we want to work on what do we want to work on? What was the other one? It was Major Resurrection. A generous... Well, first of all, class swap to sorcery. Then make it generous. And even though it's not really necessary, casts on extra target. Just in, like, maybe sometimes we'll have it bring a second person back to life. And the last one was reincarnation. Yeah, this one, we'll fix this up. Do a class swap to sorcery. Generous. And chance to cast twice. Seems like the way to go. Okay, now we equip these spells. So starting with reincarnation. Next goes major resurrection. Next goes blistering radiance. What am I doing? What am I doing? What? Oh my god! I want it in this order because I'm used to the spells being in that order, and I don't want to mess it up because otherwise I know I'll end up casting the wrong spell as a result. So let's go down, and now let's do it the way I intended to. Now, you know what, let's even give you the spell. Do you want to give you Desperate Sacrifice? Nah, I don't think so. Do you want to give you maybe a second copy of Arbitration? Could be helpful, but I think we're fine. We also need to give some spells to our... So it was, what was the one that snares enemies? It was, Germinate. Germinate. And other than that, let's give you let's give the Ebony Ant a second copy of Arbitration. So we'll have to create a new one. Alright. Now let us enchant these. Upgrade them first. And germinate. Now we enchant, and this is taking a while, but this is all important stuff. So this is gonna be class swap. Well, wait, you're already chaos, right? You're already chaos. You don't need a class swap. That's great, but germinate will require a class swap. So with this, casts on extra target makes sense. Well, class swap to chaos and generous. I know increased duration is also good, but I'd rather just have more enemies have a chance of losing their turn rather than one enemy, because eventually they can just dispel it or get rid of it. But in the immediate effect, maybe they'll lose a turn, and maybe more of them will lose a turn. So I think this one is more useful this way. Okay, so let's equip these on our new Ebony Ant. Wait, we were giving this to you, right? And this is a new arbitration. Oh, yes, this is great. So, create a new spell gem, wait, no, upgrade this second arbitration. Oh, sorry, no, enchant. Enchant this second arbitration. We'll make it generous. We'll give it more charges. what else? We'll even... give a chance to cast after healing. That seems fine. Now we equip this on you. And what else did we have? Germinate. Put this on you. And you know what? The other germinate that we have, I guess we only had one germinate, so I've got to create a new one. Or wait, no. We didn't unequip the spell gems. Yeah, so let's unequip those. And now we can tinker with the old germinate. We'll make it the same as this. Extra target, generous, and class swap chaos. So that means we're just getting rid of the duration, and we are instead swapping the class to chaos, and we're just going to equip this. Perfect. What? No, you. Are you... Hang on. Yeah, oh, you already had the same spell. That's why you couldn't equip a new one. So for now, we're just gonna roll like this, but we're not quite done. We need to level up our creatures. Fortunately, you don't have to level them up manually. You can just pay to level them up to the level of whatever your highest level creature is. Starting with our level 1 Rift Dancer, with only 3000 power, you go from 1 to 4888. Your speed is high, just like I like it. And you now also need a level up, 4888. And our duelist is now at a lower level because we fused it with a low level creature, so we'll have to pay to bring you back up to the level you previously were. Okay, I think we might get a couple achievements for leveling up creatures a crazy amount, yes. Miracle of Modern Science. Maybe just the one, okay. With all of that done, I think it is time to just do a realm. I'm not going to do anything extra in this episode. I'm just going to do one realm and then call it good. We do have, finally, some arena battles to do for the Rune of Prophecy. But I'll do that next episode, because it could take a while. What I will do, though, is I'll get the gambling out of the way. Spend 2 tokens on scratch cards and 2 on Kino. Anything else? We have a mission to defeat a god. We'll do that next episode. Another boss as well. Correctly answer riddles and yep, just some stuff. Okay, let's Kino and scratch cards, right? Yes. Let's start with Kino because it can. It feels like it's slow just because like you have to select 15 things. Wow, that was pretty good. 4 in a row. A whole lot of well, a decent amount of notoriety, and that loot gained us a couple of easy Rune of Prophecy wins as well. This We came close to winning something, but in the end we won nothing. That's okay. That's okay. Ooh, there's one last thing we need to do. We need to assign macros to these creatures. So it's gonna be macro 3. It's gonna be macro 3, and your strategy is going to be the macro by default. Your strategy is gonna be the macro. Your strategy is already the macro, so you kept that. That's fine. Alright, now let's do a quick mission. After finally getting all that done, back up to 5 realm instability, and I don't like extra traits, I'm sorry. It just makes battles annoying, like it makes the game less fun in my opinion. Stats are swapped, chance to dodge, annoying, but I think we can deal with this. So we got a pretty good look at the Gambler's Hive. And now, next on our list is Great Pandemonium. Let's go in there. Where are we? We are very close to the god altar. This is Vulcanar, I guess, the god of fire, who says, "Greetings, you've come all this way just to pay me a visit. What can I do for you?" Well, let's donate some brimstone. Appropriate material to be donating to the god of fire. He says, "Much appreciated," and we gain a bit of favor. Ooh, and there are a lot of nemesis creatures and some tricky realm properties, but I think we might be fine. We are going first. We do have all of our extra attacks. Oh, I messed up badly because I forgot that the enemies are dodging. Are we just going to be wiped out by the first enemy we fight? Seems highly likely. Here's what we'll do. Provoke or Archangel's Blessing. Archangel's Blessing seems good. Now you use the macro, and hopefully I can undo my earlier mistakes. I kind of did. Okay. Just have to keep that in mind. Enemies are gonna dodge, so don't attack. Just use the macro and see how it goes. Except, what's going on here? Why is my Rift Dancer so slow? That's going to... Why have all of these people suddenly gained rebirth? Who knows? But we should be able to shut this down. They don't have good luck. We don't have bad luck. There we go. 2 nemesis creatures taken out. Oh. That thing that we just interacted with. Here we go, our Rift Dancer going early, just like I like her to. So she does still have a similar speed. So yeah, this thing that we interacted with, sometimes I think you can just get favor, but if you get combat, you get a greater amount of favor. So that's good. One downside to the enemies dodging is we're not attacking, which means we're not getting the benefit of healing when we attack. And that Pandemonium Shrine did literally nothing. Yeah, see, that time, that just gave us favor and nothing else. This time we get more combat. Quick in quotation marks. We killed them quickly, but the game feels the need to go through all of these, all of this. So as soon as that's done, we'll win. And we get another 75 favor, getting close. Ooh, and these things are important. They will debuff enemies, they will give them a stat penalty, and just generally it's a good idea to get them whenever you can. These ones will spawn a nemesis creature somewhere nearby, and of course these riddle dwarves. The brownie loner, I think it's nature, but let me confirm that. Indeed, it was nature. That time my instincts would have given me the correct answer. Alright, now let's carry on. I have a master to fight in the realm as well. We'll get to him when we get to him. Enemies are damaged. They are now also burning. Lost even more defense. Alright. You know what? I was hoping we could, with like a 23% chance of hitting them, land one hit. But no, the game had other ideas. Yeah. Dodge chance really is quite annoying. I guess it isn't the worst. Another nemesis group. Dealt with. We are now agile. Enemies have lost even more speed. That's great. We are now proficient. Enemies have lost more speed. Fantastic. How many more? 6 wandering enemies. That's a lot. And the master as well. And one of them is over here. Bomb is putting in some good work. The bomb debuff. Hey, we even got a card from the Amphis Baena set. What a wonderful turn of events. Let's take a look at that set. This is making rebirth better. Your creatures with rebirth receive more healing. Ooh, and the 6 card one, your rebirth buff lasts forever. That could be very good. So I'm already happy. We found a card. Good times were had by all. Hopefully we can do some other good stuff in this realm too. Namely, you know, beating the realm quest and fighting the master and winning against them, of course. Alright. Only 3 enemies protected is garbage. Utter garbage. But hopefully... yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully they've been damaged enough that we can just burn through that. Even with the this absolute nonsense trait that they have. And we did it, now we've just gotta wait for this. This is why I don't like having to use this method of damaging enemies, because it's so much slower than just attacking them. But we have to do this because enemies have dodge chance. Which is annoying. Okay. Ooh, we found a low-level nether stone. And there is our master. Two more roaming enemies. Ooh, they have a Rift Dancer on their side as well. Oh, I used reincarnation not from the ethereal slot, so I wasted some charges. But that's okay. It's just a regular realm. There are no boss fights here. I think we should be fine against the master, but you never know. Yeah, they're having a bad time with these bombs. And the fact that they're agile just worked against them. So we found a low-level nether stone and a card. And if we... By the way, I'm not going to summon Divination Candle enemies just because it'll be too slow having to fight them and not being able to attack them. Yeah, it would just be too annoying. Ooh, let's take that. If we can win this realm, we'll get a new favor rank as well. Alright. You are the Apocalypse Master. We should be totally fine. We should be completely fine. Yeah, they are screwed. Yeah, nothing they could do. Now for this realm quest, we've got to find skulls. It's an interesting quest because skulls usually don't do anything for you, like this skull that we just picked up. These kind of animal skulls, kind of. They... yeah. I don't know if the skulls spawn normally or if they're a special spawn when you have this quest. But yeah, you don't get anything for the skulls other than collecting them for the purposes of completing that quest. So I think that's all. Like I said, I'm not really in the mood to summon Divination Candle enemies when the realm properties are this annoying. Let's just make sure we've donated and let's head back to Siralim. Okay, so we are not quite ready for another boss fight yet. That'd be Realm 434, so next episode will be another just a one realm situation. But next episode, we will also do some arena combat, so that'll help us, you know, not have an episode that's too short. Kind of looking forward to that, but I'll be honest, I don't love arena combat in this game. I only do it as a means to an end, as a way of unlocking things. But it's interesting. And I can see that, like, I could see other people enjoying it. I'm not saying it's a bad mechanic, I'm just saying that out of the many things that this game offers, arena tends to be towards the end of the list in terms of things that I would spend my time doing. But anyway, that's all for next episode. This one was a nice and easy one. I needed that after last episode. Man, you don't even know how brutal it was. I cut out, so like part of me was like I should leave this unedited so people can know how much I suffered, but in the end I'm like, okay, I'll take it easy on them. I'll just tell them how bad it was, and I'll cut out all the parts about where I was dying to Hydronox over and over again in exactly the same way. So yes, with that behind us, hopefully we can get a few nice, gentle realms to get back in the swing of things. But anyway, that is going to be all for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll stick around for the next episode as well. And until then, take care.